Hey, Kim. Hey, everybody in the chat. Just over here, starting away. Um, got some fun things to try out today. I'm just getting the second cup of clear resin stirred up so that we can work with it. And once it is ready to go, we will unmold what we poured in the last live. And then, uh, hey, Janice. And then, of course, depending on how many people show up, will determine if I have a live giveaway. But we will definitely have a replay giveaway. Uh, hey, Kim. Hey, Deborah. So, I have this cup here. This is full. This is 8 ounces. And then the second cup I'm stirring right now is 6 ounces. Because I really want to pour that big oval tray that we poured the last one again, uh, so that we can see what we can see with the last one, and then uh, maybe try out some other things that I have in mind. But what I did over the last couple of days was I poured a couple of extra things, and um, two of them kind of came out so. One of them I know probably came out okay, and so I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's disappointing or whatever. It's just a matter of how much resin got into the mold, and uh, it's mainly, you know, me learning the amount of resin that goes in, because it's been a while since I've actually poured jars. So, and this mold that I got for a jar is a new one. So I wanted to see how much resin it needed, which is always a give and take, especially when you're adding like alcohol inks to it, because you don't want to put too much in as far as the resin goes, because it you need to have some room for the alcohol ink to go in, as well as because the alcohol ink goes essentially what will then be the bottom. I like having enough room to push the alcohol ink on the sides. So yeah. Um Anyhow, we'll unmold those. I have a feeling that one of them at least will not have a full and complete bottom, but that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And then I got some new um, alcohol inks as well. It's a brand that I've been trying to get for some time, and I actually found them on eBay, and I got them uh, today. So I got a pretty good deal on them. So all right, so this one here is 8 ounces, and it's just clear, and this one has 6 ounces. I just finished mixing it up. All right, so we'll start off first with the two molds that we poured in the last live, which is this big um, oval tray. And what I did was, um, uh, okay, so what I did was I had found these skinny rectangular magnets that have adhesives that come with them. So I was like, okay, I want to try it and see how it works out. because then one, I know they will stay in place because the ones that I had before were round. And whenever I would pour resin over them, they'd float all over the place. And then they would, it would never turn out the way I wanted to. And two, I wanted to see what the end result would be after I also poured a black backing on what we did when we poured um, the inks along with the the flowers and whatnot in this one. Hey Terry. And then this one was just plain old mica inks in them. So and then so what I did not yesterday but the day before, I poured these are jars, and I've made them into Petri style, and this one I believe should be okay. This one, I don't think so, but I'm not wasn't sure how much resin this was going to take. This one I knew I had enough, and then I also poured um, this one as well. Hey Aisha. All right, so we will unmold first. We'll unmold this one. This is just the mica ink, and it had like the purple or lilac, and it's like a I think it was azure, and then rose gold. So, and there wasn't anything like fancy about it. It was just strictly mica powder. Okay, so and all I did was I mixed up the colors and poured it as such. So that's how it came out. And then I think it came out really nice. You can see the lilac, and I just mixed it up. You can see what it looks like on the sides. So I really like micas just because you get that, glittery look to it. So that's this one, and it's my medium size oval mold. Yeah, the mold is the blue is really pretty. Also the so like the rose gold, I wouldn't necessarily that's like a traditional rose gold. It's more of a peachy color, but it's still very pretty. Um, so yeah, that's what these two or this one is. Now, this is the one that had like the roses in them, and then like I said, I put if you can see the bumps there are actually magnets. So the idea is that um, I could make this into a tray that would say hold on to stitch markers or your darning needles or I guess even metal crochet hooks, stuff like that. So, and then, like I said, the nice thing about these magnets is that there is an adhesive that comes with it. So you just stick them onto one side of your the magnet, and then what I did was then I stuck it onto the um, what is it the cured resin piece. So if anything, what I would do next time is so like actually there's enough room where I would be able to pour one more layer here, and it would probably cover up the entire like three magnets. And the reason why they are where they are is because there is clear resin in those spots, so you would still be able to see them. So anyhow, we're gonna unmold this because I'm really excited to see what this looks like. And this is my large oval tray mold. Okay. So, oh wow, look at that. So these are the flowers, and then I did like I don't know what you would even describe this as. So you can kind of still see the adhesive of um what's on would be on the back of the uh magnets, so they stay in place. But I like the fact that it has adhesives so that the magnets don't go floating everywhere. But I think I still would be able to, um, even with it unmolded, be able to get maybe a layer or so on top of here so that you don't necessarily see the bumps, which is the magnets. But I do like the way it came out. Yeah, I really like the way it came out. Okay, so now like I said, I poured some pieces on my own the other day, so I'm gonna unmold them. So this one is a jar mold. There's no lid for it. It's just so like you can put pens or whatever in it. Um, and I just poured it as a petri. I don't remember what colors I picked. I think it was blue and a pink. That's why it looks the way it looks. So Um, and I've never used this mold before. And I poured because I just wanted to pour the other day. Because I got these and I'm like, let's see what it looks like. So these are fun. I would put like, I don't know, you can like put brushes or whatever in it, but that's what this looks like. So you can see how the alcohol ink. Yes, Deborah, it could hang on a fridge or a metal cabinet. It's pretty strong magnets. So this is the jar. So like you can put pens in here or whatever. But yeah, I like the way this came out. With the sides and whatnot. Although I do find so yeah, I like the way that it came out. I wonder if it'll come out better if I once I pour it again. Okay, I'll just do the other one. Ah, I might buy another one of these. So I'm wondering if it's supposed to have a lid. I'll have to go look at my order and see because usually jars come with a lid. Um, I have been known to pour uh, jars wrong. So, and I all I know is I did not pay a lot of money for these jar molds. So, um, like it would not break my heart necessarily to say that I need to buy another one. because as I said, I have been known to pour them wrong. And it very well may be that I poured it wrong. So this was the other one. It reminds me of an inkwell. But yeah. So those are those two. Now the other one I'm excited to get a look at is this one. Hey Missy. Hey Flower Tammy. Okay. I'm gonna set these aside. Let me see. Okay. So this one is the lace effect. So I used a different white paste. Um, I used this brand, the Casting Craft. So I have it in white and I also have it in black. I tried to get the black out of the bottle and it would not come out. Because there was a particular look I was going for. Wanted to mix the black with the interference powder, but I couldn't get it out. I even asked my son to help me. He couldn't get it out. So unfortunately, it is what it is. So anyhow, this is my round live edge mold. And so it's white using the Casting Craft, and then I think I used my bloom paste, and then I mixed a little bit of the interference powder in it. So it'll have like a shiny, like opalish color. So, so I don't know if you can see that. It's got the purple on the edge. So it's got the white here, and then the violet as well. So, and then I just used the alcohol inks that I used from Let's Resin as well. So I'll hold it up there. See if you can see that. Yeah, it does. So I really like the way this came out. Okay, so um, let's see what I want to do. I want to let's pour. So I have another oval mold, which is the smallest. And then, what do I want to do? Maybe I want to do this one. Okay, so I got these inks. They're Octopus Fluids Alcohol Ink. And I'm going to be using them, these colors, hot pink. So this is hot pink, berry juice, and plum. And that's going to be in one. And then the other one, I'm going to use sunlight, carrot, and marigold. All right, let me see. What do I want to do? I'm gonna definitely use this one. But I'm going to do all fireworks in this one. And then this white one, I'm going to see if I can do the lace around. We'll do that. And then maybe I'll pick some colors out for this one and just do flowers. Okay, let's do that. Let me pick out the colors. Okay, we're gonna just do two colors in this one. And I'm gonna use ocean and lime. But what I want to do is try these two first. So we'll see how much resin I have left after that and go from there. All right. Check the temperature. Mix it up a little bit better. It's been sitting for a little bit. And I will keep an eye on the time so that at the very least, I will give the information for the replay giveaway here, at least show you the prize. And then if it gets close to an hour and I have not given the information, I will at least give that because the last time we went over by an hour and I don't want to do that. I still am not feeling well. I slept most of the day today. All right. Okay. So that one's 100 degrees, almost 101. So we're gonna get some of the white. So I need some clear to mix the white. What am I doing? Okay. Hey, Monica. All right. Okay. There. I'm going to pour this in here. Just moving it around. Make sure that I've got it. And today I actually managed to get everything set up early. Got everything all ready to go beforehand. All right. So in this tray, I see bubbles. Um, is this? They're all stuck. Oh, all right. All right. We need to move on. So we'll go first with berry juice. Ah, man, it's a good thing I got my gloves on. This thing is going everywhere. Okay. Next, hot pink. Thanks. And then last one is plum, which I'm pretty sure like colors are going to be taken over, and I am fine with it. Okay. Now, what do I need to do? I need to hurry up. Because what I don't want to happen is anything to start factoring with the way I am, it probably will. Okay, so we are getting the white in here. And I might end up doing something else depending on what. So far so good as far as from what I can feel on the the resin. Oh yeah, I don't like steroids either. I'm actually allergic to steroids, so I can't take them. All right. Okay. Yeah, I do too. Let's see. All right. So I think we're okay here. And this one is starting to warm up too. So next we are going to, I'm going to use this for my white now. It is Let's Resin Ocean White. And whoop, we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can move quick enough before things start to go haywire. Because I'm afraid that it might flash cure, which means it will start curing in the cup. And if it does, then it does. I'm not, and that's just me. So I just need to move quickly. Okay. You guys can see the white dots moving already. Yeah, that's why I like resin so much, because it will do its thing however it wants to do it. It's very much, it's art and chemistry. So I'm just going to use this cup. And to get that down, then I'm going to use my stick and just push this here, because I know that I have a lot of white down. And I want to get the white down, and I want to also get the clear down as quickly as possible before I lose all of it. Because once you mix part A and part B together, you gotta move it. Because certain resins only give you a certain amount of work time. That means once the two are mixed together, the chemical reaction starts, and um, some are as little as like less than a minute, whereas some are longer. This one tends to be on the longer side, but the downside is that you need to keep an eye on time, because these particular types of artwork, the resin needs to be a certain temperature in order for it to work. And obviously I'm still in the learning phase, so even though I am of the thinking, whatever happens, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form a perfectionist. So let me see here. I may just let this cure in the cup because it is super hot. All right. Let me just, because this is like super thick. Okay. Now, let's get the colors down. All right, so this one is marigolds. And I'm just doing like random drops. I'm not like 3 drops here or 5 drops there or whatever. I do whatever I feel like. Um, and then we've got carrot. And then the last one is sunlight. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this because this is something that I really like to do. It really truly helps um, my anxiety like a lot. If I could sit all day long and just pour resin, I would. Okay, so this is poured. I'm just thinking, let me see if I can get these things out of the way. Get this out of the way. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can do this. And hopefully there's enough collectively from both the cups, even though you're not supposed to do that. Um, two, we'll do a Petri pour. Let's see, because this is super thick. Okay, so I used most of what I poured, and that's satisfying for me. Let's see. We are going to use lime. The thing is that the reason why I like working with alcohol ink so much is because it does all kinds of crazy things. And then the other color is ocean. And like I said, I am not, oh, I am not an artist by any uh, stretch of the mind. I just do whatever uh, feels right. It's kind of like, I equate it kind of like cooking. You know how they say you pour with um, you measure with love with certain recipes, or like when people ask you, well, how do you know this is how much you need of this particular ingredient or that ingredient, and it's like, well, you just know. And I that's what I how I do things. So all right, um so I got that's a Petri, and I'm going to mix this around a little bit. This reminds me of fire. And then wipe this off, and then this one reminds me of the ocean. So what I'm gonna do is let me clean up a little bit and um, that there. So I for the large, yeah, of this, right? It looks like the earth or it looks like the ocean. I really like that one. And then this one reminds me of like a phoenix or fire. Um, yeah, so I like the way that one came out. What I'm excited to get. Actually, you know what the funny thing is that is exactly why it's called Petri. It's because if you were to take a Petri dish, and you know how you did in chemistry class, you did your experiments in the Petri dishes, and uh, you get the like spores or whatever that were growing on that gel that was on there. That's essentially the look you're trying to achieve. So the alcohol ink sits on the top layer of your resin, and uh, then you take the white, and the white will then push the color down into the resin, which will then create spores, and thus the look of the artwork that you get. Um, so that's kind of what the look is. And so yeah, and it's it all depends on each person's preference. A lot of people like it when the white drops all the way down and like blobs under the cured resin, whereas some people like to have more of a finished effect. And it's just all about preference. For me, I don't care. Art is art. uh, right. And so this one will show, like, if you were to look at the artwork sideways, it will show you all the spores. So, but to me, artwork is artwork for art's sake. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfection. It can be whatever you want it to be. So when this comes out, it'll be whatever happens, happens. Same with this. Whatever happens, happens. And this one, whatever happens, happens. I'm going into it with a particular look in mind, but right, and exactly. And so which is why I like it so much, because I'll have a particular concept in my head, and then if it comes out that way, fantastic. It doesn't, that's okay too. And to each their own. I know there's a lot of people who do like resin art or uh, heck, even cooking, because I like to cook too. So cooking tends to be a lot easier for people than say baking. Baking, there's a science to it. If you don't use the right ingredients, the whole thing's gonna be messed up. Whereas cooking, you can measure with your heart, as they say, and for the most part, it'll come out fine. And that's how I look at artwork. Whereas, and it's neither here nor there. But I do know that there are people who are like, it has to look this way. Um, and I don't mind, because I appreciate that too, that they are able to achieve the same look no matter what kind of stuff they put in it, and it comes out exactly the same every single time. I can't necessarily do that necessarily all the time, but I'm okay with that. So that's just me. So, hey, Dreamy, welcome, welcome. So, all right. Before before our 1 hour is up, because we are about 51, almost 52 minutes, and I will show you the prize for the replay giveaway. And so if you're here, if you can give me a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. And then I'll leave you the word. And then hold on, I have the prize, and of course it's right behind me. Okay, and I'm sorry I have not drawn for the giveaway that ended on the 11th, but I have been not feeling well. Hey Tammy, um, like I said at the beginning of the chat, I slept all day today. I took my son to school, came home, and essentially laid on the couch and did not really wake up at all today. Oh yeah, and totally, that's completely understandable. Because I'm the same way. It just yes, there is a big difference. So I have had to relearn how to use my resin because like during the winter here, the resin gets thicker. And then of course during the fact that there's different elevations, I have to readjust to that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that have changed. And then of course, what also makes a difference is in Hawaii. We were inside and lots of humidity, whereas here now it's drier, but we have central air, whereas in Hawaii, we did not have any uh, central air. So there's that as a factor. So there's a lot of things that changed that I have had to relearn how to do. So, okay. So as far as the replay giveaway, which will go until the 29th of this month. I'll show you the prize. And then it looks like we got 14 people here. So we will do a live giveaway. But before anything goes any longer, so this is what I'm giving for the replay giveaway. 4 skeins of this. It's Royal or Z-Man. I think it's Z-Man brand. And it's super soft and it's like this burnt orange color. And it is 100% acrylic. And let's see what else. Color number 22. What else? What else can I tell you? Product of Turkey, and that it's 100 grams, 241 meters. And I am giving you 4 skeins for the replay giveaway. Yeah, it's very, very pretty. It reminds me of fall. So, and then note this down for the word. So if you're here, you are more than welcome to enter. Give me a thumbs up, and then in the comments, you will want to use the word school, and it's SCHOOL. And then, I did I bring up my bot? No, of course I didn't. Let me Okay, so then the live giveaway. I need to put some things away so I have room. School, Deborah. It's school. 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 Okay, so now the live giveaway. So we can run it before the 1 hour is up. Is It's the same brand, but it's in this peach color, and it's 100 grams, 241 meters. Again, it's 100% acrylic, and the color number is 15, and I'm giving 3 skeins of that. So, and then if you can, guys, so I'm hoping to be able to send out prizes soon. Like I said, I have not been feeling well. Um, yeah, not fun. Okay, so um, okay, so if you want to go ahead and put in words in the chat, and I will pick a winner. Um, when we've captured everybody on iBot. And thank you for everybody for coming. I super appreciate it. And then I will be scheduling some new lives for the next couple of weeks. I don't know what next week is going to be looking like because I have doctor's appointments pretty much all week next week. So yeah. And then also keep an eye out over the next like 2 or 3 or whatever days, and I will be announcing more prizes for my summer giveaway. So let me see. I think we've almost got everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And congratulations, Janice. If you can send me your information, send it to fibrojarn@yahoo.com. It's on the screen. And put in the subject line live peach yarn. And then your first and last name along with your address, and I will send it out. So congratulations. And then, like I said, it's Word is School. And that one runs until the 29th of August. So there's lots of time to enter it. And hopefully, well, and then in my next live, I will be unmolding all of this for all of you. Me too. I can't wait for this one. I like this oval one first, And then I like the smaller oval one. And I like the round one the last. But I'm excited to see how this one comes out. Um, yeah, because I think it'll be interesting with the dots on it. So, all right, guys. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next one. And uh, keep an eye out. I will be scheduling some more lives, and then we'll keep on doing things this way. It is like super, super fun doing this way. Just because I like seeing your guys' reaction to how things come out. So, bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Tammy.